But I need to make a couple more monsters still. I have 2 new lightweights. I remade the ape that did really, really badly. I went and got boomerang on him, and he's been doing a little bit better. I have my 1 heavyweight, which is 3 times Pimpy. We're going to keep that. Even though that was made with the DXBL in mind and the Deluxe Cup in mind, even though, I made him before I announced the DXBL. And then the Kamui we made for middleweight. So I need to make 1 middleweight and 1 heavyweight. And I don't really know what I want to make. So again, we're just going to look at some monsters and we're going to go from there. Who do I want to make? The Kamui is a tank, so I might try like a speedster in middleweight. Durahan could be good though. Metalner. Someone was in my comments like, the anime calls him Matiner. And I'm like, I'm aware. The anime's wrong about a lot of things. Also call a spit wet shot. I think that's licking, actually. It's called wet shot. So I'm thinking, it's been a very long time since I've raised Durahan for competitive play. Last time I raised Durahan for competitive play was for a tournament that never happened. I raised Lorica. I was super excited about it. I named him Seychelles, which I think is like a great name. And it just was completely squandered. I don't know, man. Looking at these icons, it's so funny because there's like no sort of consistency in how Durahan's helmet is drawn in the icons, right? You've got this one, which is like really good because you can see the grill here. This part and this part is the grill, and then this is the visor. And then here the visor is like extremely big and the grill is like super pointy, which the grill is kind of pointy, but this makes him look like Cthulhu. Like he's got like a tentacle mouth or whatever. And then this one is like, he's doing like the Seymour Skinner pathetic look, but you can barely tell that's what he's doing. Okay, so what do I want to get? Middleweight might be okay. You know what's really crazy about Durahan? Charge is like genuinely for its cost one of the best decks in the game, but because the damage itself is so low, it's like just not worth it over something like Dash Slash, right? If you asked me, would I trade 10 hit for 7 force and a little bit more expensive, I would probably be like, yeah, that makes sense. Like I would be willing to like forego extra hit percent. But like 13 cost, 15 hit, and then some withering on top of it, which is really rare for Durahan. This is crazy for 16 guts, but there's like, this just outclasses it. It's so strange, man. They're not even like the same archetype of tech, really. I don't know. He's a really fascinating monster. And then like Million Stabs doesn't actually do that much damage for its cost, but it's just, it covers a gap in his build. Twister Slash, another tech that's actually really good for its cost. Like 30 damage for 19 costs is sick, but you got Slash combo, so why would you? You know what's funny? A couple of Durahan's moves have like the weaker one be higher priority or lower priority than the stronger one. Like Rolling Slash has higher priority and requirements than Twister Slash. And then Million Stabs has higher requirements, but also higher priority than Charge. And I think it has something to do with this, with the certain techs can't get it. And that's the way it's programmed in. Because like, look at this. This only requires 150 power. And this requires 350, but this has higher priority. And then same thing here. Million Stabs over Charge. And then Gust Slash having ultra negative priority behind everything, even the basics that you can learn anywhere. Yeah, the only moves you can learn on Pari Pari are the basics. I was thinking of doing a speed build. I've never done like a speed middleweight build. I'm thinking of just having slot 2. I don't know. Slash combo is one of those moves that it just wins games, right? Like, I think I probably have to pick it up regardless. I'm trying to do something different though, right? Like, I'm not trying to do the same thing everyone else does every time. I just feel like he's like so optimized, right? Grab Deathbringer on a speed mon? That would be really funny. If I did like really low life, God, that would be so funny. Yeah, what the hell? Let's do it. I'll get Deathbringer slash combo. Okay, so what monster do we want to get? Lorica is cool, man. This is my favorite. I love Hercules. He's so bulky. He's just a tanky little boy. Wood Knight is funny. We can get Will. Do they all start with Will? Do all their hands start with Will? They do. That is so funny. Grit and will. We could just grab this. I'm not trying like super hard. We're not gonna like roll a bunch of battle specials. If he can just start with grit and will, I think we're okay. My concern here is raising my life too much. We have to go on errantry. We have to go get some techs. I got to think about this beforehand. I have to plan out what I want to do. His intelligence and defense start pretty high. If I use paradox, and we can get the defense down pretty easy. And then, yeah, I guess intelligence is pretty close. But I can't do pole drills, really. Will is so unlikely to trigger, but would be so funny if it did. If you don't know what will does, it makes, if you're at 99 guts, you have a chance to proc will. And what it does is it makes a move with -1 or worse hit have accuracy as if your opponent did foolery, at the cost of being twice as expensive. So if I wanted to use Deathbringer, good chance for it to trigger under will if I were to hit 99 guts, which is unlikely. But the worse the move's accuracy is, the higher the chance for will to proc. Spending 100 guts on Deathbringer could be funny. Think I'd raise a Shogun if one had grit. Shogun's okay. I don't really like Kokushimuso though, and Ruby Knight is fine. I don't like Ruby Knight's shield. I think if it was like white, it would be better. It looks like the bottom of like one of those like sticky pads you put on like the bottom of a chair or something so it doesn't slip. I'm a Kelmatics fan too. I do like Kelmatics. Imagine getting guard on a monster with 100 life. Okay, I think we're gonna go with Mach. I need a name though. Oak Leaf Man? That's pretty good. Happy Tree Friend would be good. Did I guys ever tell you that my cousin went to Pacific Mall once? If you live in Toronto, you know what Pacific Mall is. If you don't, Pacific Mall is a mall on the outskirts of the city. It's in its own city. I'm not like, if you live in Markham, I'm sorry. But it's basically this huge mall, and it was all Asian stores of various variety, like restaurants and like import stores and stuff like that. And there's like tons of bootleg stores and stuff. And my cousin got this like Game Boy cart that was like 350 games in one. And I remember us just going through it, and it like runs out of names for shit at the end. And so I remember there was like Mario Land, and then Mario Land X, which was just Mario Land with like the alpha inverted, so like the black was white and the white was black, which is like, that's not a new game, brother. That's a filter. But there was this one game that, I don't know how old we were. We must have been like 12 years old or whatever when he showed me this. There was a game that was called Woody Poop 30. And we were fucking dying. We were like, this is so funny. It is the funniest thing anyone has ever like written. And then we were so excited to see what game it was. And lo and behold, it was Mario Land, but you started with 1 fewer lives than normal. IKEA Final Boss. This is like the hardest part of the game, coming up with a name. And I'm not like fast enough to come up with something funny. It's Bruce Wayne. Pinocchio Joe. That's just, you're just using another name. Splinter Blade. That's a cool name. We're not here for cool names. We're here for the dumbest shit you can imagine. Okay, I got something fucking crazy, but it doesn't really work in 1-to-1 if you pronounce it properly. The Mana La Prancha. So for those of you who don't know, prancha is Portuguese for board. Mana La Mancha is the name of the story that Don Quixote's from, right? Mana La Prancha is man of the board. All right. We got the real sound effects this time. We don't have every step being Tiger's Roar like it was the last time we did this. I love his little booties. Okay. So first thing I gotta do, Paradoxin. We're just going max power, max skill, 800 speed, and then I don't know what to do with the rest of it. 800 speed leaves me with 200 points. I could go 200 life, or I could go 200 defense. I could put 200 points into defense, which would give me a better chance to get grit, which is really funny. I don't have to worry about priority skipping anything, right? I should have looked into that. Okay, I just need to go get Deathbringer before I have 700 power plus defense, which is easy enough to do. Slash combo also requires... Okay, we gotta go back. Let's go back. I made a mistake. So dude, playing a demo version of Monster Rancher 1 looked like an early build. It was interesting. I saw that. It sucked. The entire game was you went to the shrine and you got a monster, and then it ended and said, bye, the full game. Might need to breed to pass slash combo, not twister slash. Twister slash isn't even top priority. Oh, I see what you're saying. He starts with 132 power. We will just go right now. We're rolling, baby. Fred Durst style. Have you guys been playing like any other games? I know most people who play Monster Rancher like only play Monster Rancher, but there are other games out there, I've been told. My friends are like really into Civ 7, but I can't imagine being like super invested in it. Macho sent me Civ 5, and I've been having fun playing that pretty like super casually, but I can't imagine learning a new one. Okay, what do we get? Oh, perfect! Look at that, we didn't have to try that hard. Justice for rolling slash, that move is hot dog butt. It is awful. Okay, so we just gotta get to rank B and do that again. But we gotta get to rank B before our power is too high. Monster Rancher Auto Battler with the MR1 sprites would be awesome. There's a lot of Monster Rancher stuff that would be awesome. A lot of Monster Rancher stuff that would be awesome. The only thing is that someone needs to, hold on. Did I... Yeah, I fucked up. Alright, we gotta go get it again. I reloaded the wrong save. I forgot to save afterwards. That's okay. Oh, that sucked, man. Because it's 3% chance to get this. It's a 3% chance. Well, I mean, it's 3% chance for all of it. Just tapping to Monster Rancher 2 ASMR content. Dude, I actually cut something out of my my last Nuzlocke VOD, but it was the Suezo, the birdie we raised, the stroker. And there's a part where I go to get some water, and I accidentally leave it on Suezo just going over and over again for like 2 full minutes. And there was a comment that was like, ASMR, you are an ice cream cone. Hey, we got it again. All right, GG's. Last stream was the tiger noises ASMR. Dude, that was such a weird glitch. I'd never had that happen before, ever in my life, where every single time the tiger stepped, it growled. It had like accidentally triggered the growl sound effects for where the steps were supposed to be. So it was like, roo, 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 roo. Every time he did a fucking step. But because it was 2 times speed, it was like, woo, 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 woo. Okay, we got slash combo. Let's save it for realsies. Remember that was already Monster Rancher fan is Dilfosaur on Tumblr. Jesus, I didn't even like reading that. Wait, did I feed it a fucking Paradoxin and then sleep it? I'm stupid, whatever. We only get 2 weeks of it. I can't believe I made that mistake. That's so funny. Well, huge waste of money and lifespan, honestly. But he starts with 419 weeks of lifespan, which is honestly insane. I do need to make sure my my power doesn't go up too much. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I miss out on 60 power and skill, which are pretty easy to make up. Raising my speed is going to be a huge pain in the rear end. Beat rank C, we can go get Deathbringer. I do need to make sure I bring his intelligence down too. He rolled with extra intelligence, that sucks. But we already decided we're gonna go like 200 defense, right? So, can Purebred Durahan work as a tank, or should I pick something else? I would pick like Metal Glory if you were gonna go tank. It's kind of hard otherwise. Doesn't have a fast enough guts rate. Exercise looked pretty funny. Want to do that? Just run through the pool. Definitely a good leg workout for sure. Look at him go. I remember as part of my swimming lessons when I was a kid, my teacher, as part of it, they did like an aqua aerobics bit. And I remember my teacher doing some sort of like, you know, like high knees or whatever. I remember her telling me that I needed to try and keep up with her a little bit better. I was like 7 or 8 years old. And like I'm in the water doing like high knees, like high steps. And obviously I can't do it as fast as her because I'm in water and that's how physics works. And she was like, no, you gotta be faster. You gotta be faster. You're falling off time. And I remember like even as a kid being like, lady, like you can go fuck yourself. Like what the hell? Like have you never been in water before? Can I stop missing 90%, dude? Are you... I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy, dude. Place called Sports Clips that does complimentary beard trim with haircut, but going there is awkward because it's a shooter's style situation with the hairdressers. I don't know what that means. That's a lot of words I'm not familiar with. Oh, Hooters style. They have guns? Oh no. Hooter McGavin. The busty nemesis of Happy Gilmore. Very nice. Probably glad I'm not the target audience. I'm sure they're nice. My issues with Hooters and things like that isn't that not the people working there. Like, even as a kid, I was like, this is like deeply, deeply like out of the realm of things that I'm interested in. Even as like a horny little kid, it was like I can't imagine. I'd be so embarrassed just to be seen in there. It's Wild Woody, the titular character from the Dog Shit Say CD game, Wild Woody. The Angry Pencil? Yeah. Also, like, there's no way the food's that good, right? Like, there's a pretty low floor on wings. I say this as someone who loves wings, and if, like, there is an option to get wings as one of the foods on the menu, I'll probably get it. But the ceiling is also very low. You can have really, like, unbelievably shitty wings, but the best wings in the world versus like the other 90% of the universe that is like capable of making them well is basically the same. Like, buffalo sauce is buffalo sauce. You take your hot sauce, you take your butter, bada boom, bada bing, it's done. It doesn't take like any effort to make. Quite literally. For me, it's one of the mother sauces. I'm just gonna say that. It's more important than tomatoes and bechamel or whatever. I don't know what the mother sauces are. I'm not a chef. Ranch, buffalo, blue cheese. Those are the mother sauces. Buffalo Wild Wings is pretty solid, but that's what I'm saying is like, you can go, that's a chain, right? Like, it's not, by definition, there's nothing special about it, but it's pretty good. Have I tried salted egg flavored chicken wings? I haven't, but I have tried like lots of like salted egg flavored stuff just in general. I feel like that'd be fine for chicken wings. That's kind of the flavor profile you're looking for. I miss the days when games weren't just creative and took risks in their concepts and mechanics, even when they didn't end up being good. Brother, you're describing some of my favorite games. Let's talk about Ball Breakers some more. You guys remember Ball Breakers? You don't, because you didn't play it, but we did talk about it a little while ago. It's the year 20XX, and criminal robots are punished by having their legs removed and put on like a BB-8 style ball, and meant to fight for the amusement of people in a gladiatorial ring and obstacle course. Or pitball, the only sport in the 29th century. Pitball was like it's like a basketball-ish game with monsters, and it's full body contact. It has a whole coaching like manager mode where you like have to set up your roster and all that. I know the artist, Mr. Worldwide. Pitball, yeah. Pitball, what does it say? Only sport in the 23rd century. Okay, it's not that far in the future. This is so fucking funny. Look at this. We got one hit. This is what the game looked like. Oh, this is like with high-res upscaling. Oh yeah, you can really tell what's happening here. It was fun. My cousin and I were like very competitive when we played games, and like we would like almost got in like fist fights over this shit. Okay, this guy's precocious type, by the way. I didn't even notice. So he's gonna hit Prime pretty soon. We'll go into in Prime we'll only do speed. Okay. So that's 4. We're already at 13. Okay, you can fuck off. I only gotta use it like 9 more times. Tasty banana, do it. Dude, I know you want to do it. There you go. Cool. I tried. Sure, you can't handle if you're not used to eat that amount of spices. Probably thousands of times the dose. Most Westerners sprinkle peppers. Sure. Yeah, thousands of times. Absolutely. That's totally. As a white guy, mayo is the spiciest thing I eat. I totally don't like put hot sauce on everything. I don't order like the spiciest thing on the menu and have like the Indian people look at me like I made a mistake. Mayo is good. I was talking to someone about this the other day. Was it Macho? But I feel like your opinion on mayo is like directly correlated to your experience with like food outside of like what you grew up with as a kid. Because I feel like lots of people's idea of like mayo is bad because, you know, it's kind of like strong and like goopy and whatever on its own. It's just like indicative of not being exposed to additional types of cooking. Because so many types of food use like mayo or like eggs as a base for the sauce. And you can do lots of good stuff with it. Okay, so I've actually got like a decent chance to get it here. Okay, new skill get? Yeah, first try. We were pretty close to hitting the requirements for it, so. I also think when people talk about mayo being gross, a lot of the time they're straight up talking about Miracle Whip. And, you know, it's fine to not like things, but I could totally understand thinking Miracle Whip, like, doesn't go on many things, and, like, it's kind of, like, one note and weird. Well, the dinosaurs just casually exist in Monster Hunter 2. I like how this, like, in the wilderness, they just have big-ass animals everywhere. There we go. Okay, so we got the moves. I gotta lower my life. I need to raise my speed. I need to go get some paradoxins, though. We're not quite prime yet. I don't want to spend any time raising my speed, really, because it's gonna get tanked so hard by paradoxin. We can spend the entirety of the rest of its life raising it. Only Monster Hunter where you actively try to nurture a creature by lowering its intelligence. It makes it better. If I lacquered him up before I put him in the water, no, he's waterlogged as shit. That's why his speed is so low. Okay, he's prime now. Int is almost there. But we're gonna start... fuck, man. Here's what we do. We put him in the lab. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh. Okay, so Zoom, you're gonna hang out until February. It sucks that this is like 3rd week of October. When did I last save? June? Maybe we go back. I think we just go back. This way we won't actually need the Zoom. We had a shot, and now he's gone forever. Oh wait, was I supposed to go on errantry? Is that the difference? Oh yeah, I'm still C rank. Okay, whatever. We can do that later. Yeah, so unfortunately we did go back to before I did the tournament, but this will be the easiest way to do this. And get my intelligence down, make sure it's set so I don't have to worry about it. We'll go get the peach, and I can start... I still don't want to work on my speed yet. Sell the fully trained monster for a solid 400 buckaroos. I think the most you can get is like 10 grand if it's like a specific breed of monster, like a rare one, and you've like beat the Legend Cup. Wonder if gold Suezo is worth extra. I still think one of the funniest things in the game is gold lowering gold Suezo's stress by like 1%. Just holding a $5,000 item in your inventory for 1% stress reduction. Or is it fatigue reduction? It's like nothing, whatever it is. Ask a small question, maybe a noobish one. How many paradoxins can you use in a monster's lifetime? Is there a number that people usually use to maximize its effects? You usually just use it until you're in like a good stat raising stage. So like Adolescent 2 or whatever. Yeah, you do it because the stat gains you get from it are better than the stat gains you would get from just training. So like you can do the math and figure out how much an extra 30 would take you to, like, in training, because it's like what, or an extra 60 I guess, because it's 30 power 30 skill. It's also nice to like lower defense if you don't want defense, but you know, if you're gonna lose like 20 weeks of lifespan or 18 weeks of lifespan and you are gaining 60 every week, well, it's 120 overall, right? You'd have to be getting more than 7 a week on top of like whatever else you're actually getting. So you realistically probably have to be getting more than 10 a week for it to like not be worth it. Saw Jay asking about Waffle House in the Combo Breaker chat, and the only thing Waffle House is known for is being the place people go to fight. Also the food, the waffles. Waffle House sells the meter for how bad a disaster is if it's closed, the apocalypse is happening. Yeah, because that shit never closes. Whenever I think of Waffle House, I remember there was a Naga in college, and him throw up like crazy in the car. Hell yeah. Dude. Tiana's gonna kill me for saying this. The most expensive meal I've ever bought in my life. Tiana and I went out for Christmas, and we went to this restaurant, one of the best restaurants in Canada, called Aloe. And we probably spent like the equivalent of like 800 USD, maybe 900 USD on the meal. And we get steps outside the restaurant, and she immediately throws it. Because they gave us a wine pairing, and it was so much fucking wine. It was like the equivalent of like 12 drinks. It was so fucking much. I felt so bad for her. Because it was like 14 or 15 courses, and the glasses of wine, like normally when you do like a tasting pair, it's just like a tiny little bit in the bottom. Like 1 or 2 drinks, like sips. Not like a small sip, but like, you know what I mean. It's just a little bit for that course. But they were like almost like half cups. No, the food wasn't wasted. It's just really unfortunate. Okay, so we're in a pretty good spot now because we have the paradoxins. We're not in prime yet. I did use an item, and I'm in adolescent 2, which kind of sucks for this. I'm straight up gonna rest. Straight up not having a good time, bro. I gotta go on one more errand tree. I didn't even think about that. To get dash slash. I don't even know if I can, like, if I'm gonna have, dash slash has such low priority. Oh, I can go on pare to get it. So this will lower it by close to 100, actually, so we should be okay. Yeah, so the only way I could get it is by going on errand tree, so I think we're just gonna avoid that. Oh, I haven't even gotten it yet? Let's just get it right now, I guess. Okay, so I have a 35% chance to learn Deathbringer. 35% chance to learn Deathbringer, 65% chance to learn the other one. So we're still okay. Okay, did I get the right one? We'll be able to tell immediately. No, I did not get the right one. Oh, wait, I'm gonna gain 30. So let's do 674. Okay, it's closer to like 5% chance. I might just roll this off stream. We might just call it here. Because like, this isn't fun. And I'm not into it enough to like keep the banter going. So yesterday we didn't quite get our monster done. We were pretty close. And then realized I had to roll for a tech and it took 100 attempts. And I did it overnight last night. And so we are good to go. We are in a pretty good spot. I did a little bit like right before stream started as far as like feeding him Laroxes and stuff to get his life down. So he's like right on the edge of prime. We're basically only going to be working speed and like not a whole lot else. We need to feed it one more paradoxin, which kind of sucks because I need all the lifespan I can get. This is going to be a stream of basically only raising speed. We want 200 defense for our max defense. Mokujin, yeah. And then we'll have to go to one more tournament and we'll lose on purpose just to set Deathbringer to active slot. So right off the hop, we're doing a little bit of re-rolling. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I got Deathbringer. And I sold all this stuff that we got on Expedition on last stream. So, you know, unfortunately I can't get dash slash, but I think this build is going to be fun as is. Oh, I was playing a little bit of Pocket today. Not a whole lot. Oh, I'm plus 20 though. Oh, I'm in Prime. That's why. Okay, I gotta feed it Paradoxin in Prime, which feels real bad. But we'll get there. I'm gonna have like 260-ish weeks to raise speed, which honestly is not that much. I gotta get it to 800. I'm in sub-prime already? My prime was like 3 weeks long? I might have to go get a Silver Peach. It's almost that time anyway, so it's fine. This will put me under 200 defense though, so, you know, it all works out. Man, that's crazy. I skipped my entire prime. My whole prime was 1 week. It's been... Feels bad when your prime's only 21 weeks. Yeah, it do. That's not what I want. I want... What the fuck? I want 2-par. There we go. Literally the only drill we have left to do... I mean, we have to do some shoot drills. We have to do some more power drills. Life up to 100, which we can get through defense. But other than that, we got to raise 14 speed to 800 speed, so we're in it for long haul here. This guy still has a ton of lifespan left. He still has like 5 years of lifespan. It's just that, you know, it sucks that we're not in max gains. Yeah, I was playing a decent amount of Pocket today. I'm in Ultra Ball 4, and I just started playing like a Tinkaton deck a little while ago. And it's been pretty good, but I'm getting... I had like a 12 win streak today. And then I ended off the day with like win-loss, 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 like 6 back-to-back. Yeah, the Tinkaton deck has been a lot of fun. I don't think it's like super good, but I do think, you know, the average skill level of the people I'm up against, even with like the top tier decks, is not particularly high. So I'm able to just, you know, use my noodle. Raise a plant where I only use power moves. Power plant's pretty sick. It's probably easier to play than intelligence plant. Not a lot... Oops. Waste of lifespan there. Not a lot of plants can actually get access to lifesteal. And lifesteal is like the reason you run an intelligence plant in this game. And then like face drill is like a pretty solid tech. Okay, we're getting quite bad rolls, but it's fine. It would be great to like get some greats, you know? Get some greats. Maybe I should be feeding it jellies. Look at that. 1 jelly? Great immediately. You love to see it. Well, we're extremely slowly getting there. Though if I can get some greats, I think we're going to be in good shape. Yeah, there's a fun card in Pocket that not a lot of decks have the ability to run, but it is silly. And it makes a couple of like really weak decks like functional, which is, you know, my favorite type of card, which is Poke-Flute. And it takes, you choose a Pokemon that's in the discard pile from your opponent and put it back on their bench. So if you're running something like a Hitmonlee or anything that attacks the bench, you can like kill something on the bench, Poke-Flute to bring it back out, kill it again, and then Poke-Flute it to bring it back out and kill it again, as long as you can survive like 2 turns. It's fun to run in Victory Bell. It's really good against Gyarados, because you can just smoke the Magikarp 3 times and there's nothing they can do about it. Oh, they're building up the Gyarados. Okay, whatever. Let me just beat up this fish. Yeah, it's good for Victory Bell, because Victory Bell's ability is that you can swap out your opponent's active Pokemon with a basic from the bench. Minecraft made ridiculous bank last week. I saw. Did anybody see the movie? I watched the Red Letter Media review, which is like how I watch most of my movies now, because I'm not super into movies just in general. But it was really funny seeing them be like, I didn't hate the movie. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty charming, but I just didn't want to see the second half. We went to the movie theater. We watched 40 minutes of it, and we're like, all right, that's fine. And then they just didn't watch the rest. Yeah, apparently it's like not terrible. I saw a lot of like, this is the worst movie ever reviews, and then as actual reviews came out, they're like mostly middling. They're like, it's fine, it's whatever, it's for kids. It kind of sucks, but like in a way that your kids will enjoy. So all the like worst movie ever reviews are just like straight up baiting. It's probably as good as you expect it to be. Like, it's competent. It was written by like 40 people in a room. No real artistic vision beyond, you know, Minecraft is a thing that exists. Apparently it's serviceable. Okay, we're really not getting any grades. I'll wait for the shop sale, because I'm pretty broke. We might have to enter some tournaments, make some money back. That's fine though, I do have Moneymaker Mons on this file. I can feed a Cup Jelly too, there's always a chance to get 3 grand that way. It's bad like a Don Bluth cartoon movie is bad. I mean, Secret Nim's pretty good. I think one of the things that turned me off is how it looks. Everything looks like ugly Sonic. Yeah, when I saw the pig for the first time in the theater, it literally reminded me of like the fucked up like first render of Sonic in the Sonic movie. Alright, that's the second great in like this year, and it's only for 6. I would like some more greats. The 2s are killing me, man. This is too hard. Oh my god. It's too hard, yeah. That one was 8 hard. Okay, let's do one more drill here. We'll go make some money. And we'll come back, and we'll do it all over again. And this is how he wins. I watched Uncut Gems for the first time this weekend. The most stressful movie that's ever been made. I was loving it, but it was insane. Tiana was just like, I hate this shit. Like, she enjoyed the movie too, but it's just people yelling over top of each other. It was intense. It was a very intense experience. Potential top 5? I did enjoy it. Why would Kevin Garnett do that to him? Also 17%, love to see it. It's speedrun all over again. Okay, I didn't get... Are you for fucking real, dude? Movie directors made before it is awesome too. What movie did they make before that? Good Time? Is that like Good Burger? Because I'm a Good Burger fan. Similar vibes, yeah. To Good Burger? Alright, I'm sold. Okay, so we made some money. Got 15 life out of it too. How's Durahan doing? He's doing okay. We're just slowly grinding up his speed. We just gotta get to 800. I got 200 weeks of lifespan left, so if I'm getting 2s on that, that's 400 points right there. I'm doing a gig for a big corporate client tomorrow. And I gotta be on site for like 7:30 in the morning, which is like not super out of the ordinary. That means I really only have to wake up at like 6 o'clock. That's fine. It's not super early. But they have a full band, like an 8-piece brass band, And I'm like, nobody wants to listen to that shit at 9 in the morning or whenever the event actually starts. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't want to listen to it, and I'm getting paid to do it. I can't imagine showing up of your own volition and hearing trumpets at fucking 8 in the morning. I was really into movies in high school. We've gotten a little back into it the past year. That's cool. I remember one of my friends was like super into movies that were like, you know, not just super bad and whatever I was watching at the time. And I remember they like showed me, was it Tusk? I remember just watching Tusk. Like we watched, it was like during the Beijing Olympics. We like watched the 100-meter dash, and then we watched like Napoleon Dynamite, and then which was like 4 or 5 years old at that point, and then Tusk, which was like a crazy triple feature. I don't know why that's the way we did things, but we got Netflix and went crazy with it. Dude, early Netflix was so funny because they just had like the most dog shit stuff on there. I remember just like picking random movies to watch with like my roommates in Tiana, and it's like Uwe Boll films and like whatever else trash, like Abraham Lincoln versus the Vampires or whatever that fucking movie was called. Just like the worst stuff. And then started getting like actual good movies a couple years after that. DVD rental Netflix days. So I lived in such a small town that like we didn't have anything like that. And every DVD, the original run of Dragon Ball with the OG Netflix, hell yeah. Yeah, I used to work in a convenience store and I would get movie rentals for free. And we would just like rent awful stuff. And there'd be so many times we'd like rent a movie and, you know, I would like have a friend over or whatever, or like my cousins were visiting or something. And I picked a random movie off the shelf. And of course, in like the first like 2 minutes, there's like gratuitous nudity or something. And I'm like 11 years old. So my dad's like, all right, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you kids? And I'm like, I didn't know. I'm not trying to be a pervert. I straight up didn't know. I rented a DVD of Animal Planet's Most Extreme, and I'm pretty sure my mom threw it away on accident and Netflix got mad at us. What are they gonna do? I just sent them a letter that's like, come fight me. You don't have a contingency plan in place for if I accidentally throw out this like burned copy of a DVD that you're pretending is legit? Just ended up paying them like $15. I'm very mad at you. You owe me $15. Best movie I found in the bin randomly grabbing was Slither. What's that about? Snakes? You got alien slugs that messed up people in gross ways, but memory is very, very hazy. It's that guttural feeling of being grossed out but loving it. Trying to think. I remember seeing Cube 2 Hypercube before seeing Cube. I don't think I've ever seen Cube, but Cube 2 was available to rent at the convenience store I worked at, so I watched that and just being like, was I supposed... I didn't even realize there was a first one. Like, what's going on here? Really wish there was something to raise speed, you know? 200 weeks plus 3 gains a week. We're gonna need something better than that because I don't want to be rolling for 3s every single time in the future. Because my power and skill aren't maxed out yet, which is like the shitty part about all of this. I was watching Trailer Park Boys again, and I've never noticed so many oots, and like saying oots in a boot, than I have watching Trailer Park Boys. Because, you know, I say it a little bit, but I don't know, man. Nova Scotia, the East, that's like another continent. You got Mountain Talk. The fucking Terry Green acting method. I want some iced tea. Iced tea. Y'all got it. Fuck, man. I can still get 5s. 5 is my higher. So I've been like accepting everything except the absolute minimum roll. Okay, let's get some 5s and some 4s. If we get 5s and 4s, we're fine. Why the mock Durahan for the funny? Nope. Yeah, that's basically it. It's Durahan I've never raised before. Also very funny to have like this guy of all possible builds, or all possible monsters, have the build he has, which is just like 2 gigantic nukes and nothing else. Which is like somewhat similar to the monster that won the DXBL this year, but in middleweight, which, you know, changes it changes how I can like spread out its stats in a pretty dramatic way. So it's just like, if he gets hit, he explodes, and if he hits you, you explode. 50% chance to get 4 or above. Let's just swing it. How close is it to completion? We're getting there. 300 more speed. And then power and skill up 100 each, which is pretty easy. Defense needs to go up to 200. And then life, 3 points in life, and we're good. I was thinking getting a worm plushie, but decided not to because I don't want to explain why I have a weird bug body pillow. Brother, just get married and then you don't have to explain it to anybody. No one gives a shit. Look at my guy. Don't think my fiance would like that too much. She named worm gel pain and looked freaked out. You gave her the ick, brother. I'm sorry to hear. Sorry that happened to you. Oh shit, but I'm happy this happened to me. Okay, 200 more to go. 147 weeks of lifespan. We're gonna make it, folks. Barely, but we will. Got Gyarados deck, 2 Magikarps, 2 Gyarados, 2 Spiky Dragons, Dredigan, 2 Rocky Elms, Professor Oak, and Pokeballs and Misties. Do you have any Manaphy's? Manaphy helps that deck out a lot. Gyarados, I think, is one of my favorite decks because Magikarp is so fragile, right? They give you this like unbelievable boss monster, but you need to like get it online. You're not just like given the win for having the card in your deck. Your sleep? I'm getting a sleep too. Pretty early in the stream still, but we're not going to be going super late. Because like I said, if I went to bed right now, I would get 8 hours of sleep for work tomorrow. In battle card, where would Worm sit? Worm is very funny. On like the offensive side, it has an interesting mix of undodgeable and unblockable stuff, so it's pretty good for finishing off monsters, but it's not so good just in general. But defensively, it's fucking cracked because Cocoon is unbelievably good. Basically, you just sit there, you don't run any attack cards, and then as your monster is about to die, you Cocoon into another worm that's like full health. You can't use any other cards while you're in Cocoon, but, you know, if you get a worm, they attack it, it gets down to like 5 HP, and then you play Cocoon, and then you play Emerge the next turn. Like, it becomes like a guessing game of like, should I bother attacking it? Do they have Emerge in hand, or are they just doing it to like fuck with me? It's not the best stall deck in the game, but it is very funny. I really enjoy playing Worm. My Worm deck is still technically undefeated. There are better decks than it. I'm not sitting here like I've made the strongest deck that has ever seen play, but literally nobody has beaten me with it. It was fun in last tournament though. Last tournament was the first time I didn't get second place. Getting 4th place was like really fun because, you know, I got to try something new and got to see some really good decks and some good play from other people, which was solid. And then I was like, I'm gonna make a fucked up deck, and I made a dragon deck that is like insanely powerful. And dragon was thought for like a long time to like not be very good, but it turns out when you can turbo out combination very quickly, it's hard to deal with. I had battle cards on PS1, but not a lot of CDs, so I didn't get far. To be fair, the CDs only give you like different attack cards, right? It's all stuff you can get from just playing the game. I love a 7 right now, I'm not gonna lie. The Dragon Vesuvius Garland deck, where you are just fishing for combination, and then I think the side deck has Moo, and more dragon cards. Also back-to-back greats is amazing. Yeah, okay. So you can't make it the exact same because Garland doesn't exist in the game. Basically, after like the first game came out for Game Boy, and that was the first expansion for it. And then when they came out with Episode 2, the PS1 version of the game, that had expansions 2 and 3 in it as well. But there was a 4th expansion that came out after the PS1 game released. And that has a lot of new mixed breeds, and one of them is Garland, which is Hanger with a Dragon sub. And so the deck is Dragon, Vesuvius, which is Durahan Dragon, and Garland, which is Hanger Dragon. And so you only have to worry about running Dragon defense cards, and then you just run all of the combo cards. You run like 3 combinations, 3 tails, 3 bites, and then you run Transform on Garland, which I guess you can do it on Hanger too. But Transform is, it just changes your monster from aerial to ground or ground to aerial, and you draw a card. And then you run powders, which you do 1 damage to one of your cards and you draw a card. So you're just like ripping as many cards from the deck as you can to get combination early. So it would work. It's just, you know, without the triple dragon defense, I don't know if you'd be able... Like, Hanger would be kind of be a sitting duck. I don't think there's enough room in the deck to run Hanger defense. But if you want to run him just offensively, you could definitely do that. And in that case, I'm pretty sure the deck works as is. Okay, so we got there. We got 101 weeks of lifespan left. I said we'd do it with 100 to go. Defense to 200, life to 100, power and skill maxed, and we're donezo. Okay, if I do this, I can get a 2. Let's try to get a 3 in life here. It's just 75% chance to get a 2. Okay, there's my 3. There's my chippy. This doesn't really matter that much. Because, you know, it's gonna pull my numbers down. It'll go down to 150, I believe. Okay, so everything's at power and skill are done. I got 96 weeks of lifespan left. I think we might Troron. Just give me 40 power. Yeah, so I'll use 2, and then we'll be fine. So for anyone wondering why I bothered going 200 defense when I only have like 100 life, the main thing, well, it's like twofold. One, it technically gives me a slightly higher chance to grit, which is important when you only have 100 life. But additionally, it's just way too hard to keep my defense under 100 on this guy. His gains are too good. It starts too high. I have to go to Korea too many times. You guys is a fan of Sniper? He is. But he also does damage. That's the difference. That's the Mano La Prancha guarantee. He will do damage. Alright. One more. Uno más. And then a couple little drills and we're done. Okay, finish with 98 loyalty. Not bad. I really only care if I'm over 90 for the most part. He's gonna hit pretty hard. Is that a Bajarl variant? It is. Yeah. Okay, Mystic Pot opener. Mystic Pot, very funny lead. Here we go. What's he got? Hook, gonna miss. Rush Slash, the one thing you don't want to see from Mana La Plancha, or Prancha. Straight gonna miss, he's up to 60 guts. Slash combo? Bop, 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 da 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 da. You got him with the ja 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 at the end? Hell yeah. Game number 2, here we go. Oh, he hits it again. He's got vigor. He's gonna be moving slightly faster. Oh, Rush Slash can do a little bit of damage. Magic Punch, that's big damage. There's the grit though. He's still in it. He's got enough guts to use Slash combo. Will he just not use it? What's he gonna do? He's chilling. Oh, the hook hits too. All right. So Killer Queen did not miss a move there. Hit 40%, hit 30%, hit 30%. Might be surprised. I mean, the problem is, it's just... Like, I can send the message out, but it's gonna get buried, right? Like, I don't know how to, like, get his attention in a way that's not, like, super obnoxious. Anyway, GG's. Hard matchup for sure. Alright, Kruger. 90% of the chips. I think more people on an older game is awesome. Dude, the fact he's doing it at all is really sick to me. Like, there's no jealousy or anything like that. It's one of those things that's funny that's like, I'm the biggest Monster Rancher streamer until Jerma streams. And then he's the biggest of like whatever he feels like doing, basically. Right? But like, I'm not bothered by it. I'd love to have more people in the scene. Oh shit, the Slash combo hits. Ultra dead. No grit. Tom Fox was doing Monster Rancher 2 earlier today? That's cool too. Tom's a nice guy. No! Come on, waste some guts on Death Thrust. Alright, I love that. I love that for me. How am I today? I'm doing good. Thank you. Smash hits? Is it gonna kill? It is gonna kill. Alright, GG's. So I think if you're gonna do a speed build in middleweight, the way Macho did it is the way to do it. I did a very funny way, but I think taking points out of your damage and your skill to put it into life is obviously very good. Because I think the only thing he can do that I can survive is tail attack, or tail assault. He dodged, we're in there. Big guts lead. Deathbringer, first Deathbringer of the night. It misses. All right. Did a little bit of damage to himself. The rush slash misses. Okay, Ikrama's got a huge guts lead. Hits the yodel. He tried. Oh, he's still in it. Okay, 35 seconds left. He can build up a big attack again. The novelty of this game in regards to monster generation is a bygone era. Yeah, it's quite literally like cannot happen again. 200 defense difference? That's the 200 defense difference. My idea for all of the monsters in this year's DXBL was for my monsters to be like fan favorite monsters. I didn't really care if they won or lost, or like how well they did. My goal was to have everybody be hyped and like rally around them. Okay, slash combo miss. Rush slash miss. Hasn't landed an attack yet. Oh, the spit miss. Get out of here. Fuck you. This fucking eyeball. There we go. We're in there. Crit will do it. The spit misses again. No one can land anything. Another rush slash miss. Yodel at 40%. Walking forward, we got kiss. We got slash combo. No. Oh, the yodel miss. He can swing it again though if he wants. Kiss at 38%. Don't hit, don't hit, don't hit. We're in there. We haven't died yet, baby. We haven't died yet. Swing one more time. Nah. Okay, we're going to game 3. One series that you should do is taking the game opponent monsters and training them the way they should be trained. So Freya had a tournament like that. That was like, you would take a monster with that monster's tech loadout, like from the tournaments, and then raise them for tournament. And like Susvein and Rockagger were like very good, which makes sense. Deathbringer? No, Rush Slash is the play here, baby. Okay. 40% slash combo. Spooky! Big spooky! 33%! Ah! These monsters can't hit, man. No! You fuck! A lot of speed monsters, eh? Exact same build as we just saw. Is this the Water Lady better than the basic one? Usually no. Usually the regular one is better. 88% on Robin Hood. Okay, GG's. There's the grit though. We're in it, baby. I lied. Psych. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Get her ass. Uno más. Uno más. You love to see it if you're me, and you hate to see it if you're not me. But, you know. 200 in defense was for more grit percent, yeah. Here's that you need to raise a hopper to unlock on Dean and Niton. Like, how would you even get an inkling of that? You wouldn't, but it's okay for games to have secrets. Game 3. Everything's gone to game 3. Hold fog? Big dodge. You love to see it. Slash combo 37%. Fuck. Oh, the ice arrow miss. Still hanging in there. Rush slash miss at 56%. 54%. Feels like when I'm playing Pocket. No! 176. Grit, grit, grit. Fuck. Alright. GG's. It's like only speed monsters? This is crazy. I think people are just entering stuff that they know isn't gonna get rocked. They're like, oh, by the way, here's my totally not counterpicked monster. Okay, predictions live. Because tanks are like extremely popular in middleweight. What's the best Durahan? Metal Glory, the Metalner subbreed. There's a Dragon Beaklon? Yeah, Corcusus. He's ugly as shit. Look at how, like, grimy he looks, man. His big, like, fat beaver tail, too. Deathbringer, 36%? Okay. Well, at least he did damage to someone. I did promise he'd do damage. Corcusus's claws are, like, really gross, too, man. Flying combo 38. Alright, we're in there. It ain't over. It's a coin flip. Land the coin flip, please. Please? No! Grit. Oh, fuck, man. It looks like it's covered in fresh mud. It's supposed to be like a bug shell, but it's too shiny. Too many like points of light. I'm gonna get hit by this, yeah. Alright. There's the grit, though. You know what that means. Time to double rush slash. Okay, fucking hit one, please. Bro. What the fuck? What are you gonna do? You can't do anything if you miss every single attack every single time. Like, what the fuck, man? 999 skill. Do you know how many attacks I've hit testing today? I've hit 3 attacks. Or like 4 attacks total. It's crazy, man. What? 10 seconds left. Come on, man. Should've gone for 1,000? That was my bad. It's my fatal flaw. Cool. Crit would have killed. That's so funny. Alright, well, what are you gonna do? You can only miss so many 60% attacks. So he's 1 in 4 right now. They've all been pretty close. I think this needs a crit to kill off the hop. Yeah. So he's got to dodge a 42%. Okay. We're in there. Both mons can attack still. There's the grit. He's chilling. Double slaps. Ooh, I dodged a coin flip. You love to see it if you're me. Jill combo 41%, dude. That would have done 1,000 damage. Another slash combo to do 1. It's BM, but he's pretty good against this kind of build. Deathbringer is like the actual sauce in this matchup, though. Deathbringer is a guaranteed KO. At even guts, yeah. GG's. So with a little bit of a guts lead, like 2 rush slashes kills. This is Golem Naga or Golem Gel? It's Golem Naga. Cyclone opener, he goes for it. Okay, it's pretty good for me to be up 60 guts. In theory. In theory, it's good. Can't fucking land anything, though. Oh, he hit an attack. All right, let's go. We're in there. Punch. Everything he has kills. We're always on the edge of our seat. We have to dodge every attack every time or else we lose. Slash combo. Not the play here, brother. You got rush slash on lock. Ooh, the charge miss at 45. 13 seconds left. You can't dodge 25s forever is the thing. So if you can't get the KO, the longer the match goes on, the worse it is for me. Rush slash? Nothing. Just chilling. Plum, I guess, didn't have a ton of guts to attack there. Looks like Megatron is a little thumbnail. He does kinda, yeah. He's not using Cyclone this time. He learned. Here comes the charge! Oh, sidesteps and gets out of the way. Slash combo, 39%. We got a hit. Plum having Nash luck. Oh, he grits though. He's still in it. He only needs 1 attack. Charge at 45 is the play, probably. Or slap is the play. Cyclone? He was trying to do it in style, eh? Pranch is like, I got you. Don't worry, I'll damage myself. I'll use all my guts to do nothing. 20 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for either monster to land 1 attack here. Rush slash misses, 54%. The charge is gonna miss. Plum has not landed an attack. That's how it feels. You don't know what it's like. You don't know how it feels to be me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. It. There were mixed like 3 songs there. Some people say I look like me dad. All right, that's it for the stream. He went 3 and 4. Not terrible. I got, he tried. There was a lot of trying. Even like in the ones I lost, my guy was trying. Plum, when he was fighting, he was trying. It wasn't for lack of trying, for sure.